歡迎收睇美國專訊。兩個熱愛文字同思考嘅人，利用舊詞典嘅紙張創作咗獨特嘅藝術作品。下邊嘅記者杜洛喺加州聖迭戈報導。
I'm one half of the artist. My other artist is my other half, my better half, which is Misha. I'm from Los Angeles, California originally, and Misha's originally from Berlin, Germany. We're known as AKA Art and Words. This is one of our most popular pieces. It's called Einstein the Mathematician. This is a real equation for love, and it actually states on the paper, I love you, and I want a squeeze forever or as close to infinity as I can get. It's a quantum theory.
I like paper. I was a map maker, so I like paper. In Germany, you learn like map making like by hand, not AutoCAD computer. I learned to really dip the feather in the ink and magnifying glass and paint everything.
We were artists on our own right,
yes,
in a sense doing our own form, and Misha had the idea to take my designs and her designs and show them in this sort of application. And I said, if we're going to do it, we got to do some of the crazier, more pop art designs.
Yeah.
We've got to come up with like our own language and our own concept that really speaks to people.
This is from 1937.
What we do with that is when we comb through each of these papers, because nothing is random, we actually pick the words that are at the top of each dictionary page to enhance the central theme of what we're trying to say for the art piece. We created this piece, you know, in honor of RBG herself, Ruth Bader, and she was just super hip and super cool. And so we wanted to pay tribute to RBG and her personage and all the things that she's also done for women. When the piece ended up in a gallery in Washington, D.C., unbeknownst to us at first, the son of Ruth Bader Ginsburg saw it in a gallery. And he actually contacted us. And he said, do you mind if I could get a print of this to give to my mom? We're like, your mom? You mean the one and only Ruth Bader Ginsburg? We're like, no. You need to take that original from the gallery and you need to present it to mom. 2 weeks goes by and we come home and we find a special letter waiting for us that was dispatched from the Supreme Court. Your artwork of me with a Brooklyn Dodgers cap is hanging in the entrance to my bedroom. It is a gem that lifts my spirits and brings me joy whenever I pass it by, with huge appreciation for your artistry, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And what's amazing is also we know that from the date of the letter, she was going through her cancer treatments. We're creating thoughtful art and cool pop art pieces that have something to say on top of it.
It's funny, it's political, there's some political ones,
There's so many
funny
avenues
ones,
that we can go with that and commission pieces that make people cry or remember a loved one. We're mixed media artists that create pop art pieces with a very unique voice.
On vintage canvases.
田納西州被稱為美國鄉村音樂之鄉，大多數嘅鄉村音樂咧都有班卓琴嘅音樂㗎。我哋嘅記者咧最近採訪咗兩名製造班卓琴嘅製造商，並且談論有關呢一種樂器嘅歷史。
The banjo is a uniquely American instrument. The roots of the banjo were brought over by enslaved peoples from Africa who were brought to the Caribbean and to the United States, and they made the early gourd banjos. And then in the 1830s, the African-American design was modified by some white Southerners who lived in Virginia to create the basis of the modern banjo. So really, the banjo is the American instrument.
I wanted a banjo when I was a teenager, so I mowed yards around my neighborhood to raise money, and I bought a banjo. And I said, maybe I can improve it, so I started trying to improve that one and thought I could make one a little better than that and a little better than that, and on up to today. As I sell one, I don't go take the money or spend it. I kind of put it back in. I'll buy more parts to make more banjos, and the next one I do may sound different. It may sound better. It may not sound as good as the last one. I always say if you use good parts and you put it together right, you're going to have a good banjo.
I like making banjos. I like working with wood. I like working with inlay. I like working with customers. I like working with people to help them take their vision and make something real out of it.
多謝收睇美國專訊，下次節目時間再見。